Is up, everybody? Welcome to a fresh take. Let's do this live discussion type deal. Um, so, if you hadn't heard the news, it was revealed, I want to say Tuesday or Wednesday, that there is a live action Legend of Zelda movie in the works. As you can see on the screen, this is the article from NintendoLife.com. It is going to be a uh, kind of Sony Pictures co-financed with Nintendo, and Avi Arad from the Spider-Man original Spider-Man trilogy, as well as Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Uncharted, and the original Iron Man, is set to help with production. Nintendo is said to be heavily involved, which that is a very good thing. And this is from
Nintendo. Wait, hold on. Before you keep reading, we know Nintendo.
Oh yeah,
ain't no way they're letting any of their IP be out there in these streets. Go ahead.
Yeah, not by themselves, no. And Wes Ball will be directing. Wes Ball, he directed the Maze Runner series, if I'm not mistaken. To be completely honest, we'll get into that a little bit later. But the full announcement is basically the film will be produced by Shigeru Miyamoto, representative director and fellow of Nintendo, and Avi Arad, chairman of Arad Productions Incorporated, who has produced many mega hit films. The film will be produced by Nintendo and Arad Productions Incorporated and directed by Wes Ball. The film will be co-financed by Nintendo and Sony Pictures Entertainment Incorporated, with more than 50% financed by Nintendo. The theatrical distribution of the film will be done worldwide by Sony Pictures Entertainment Incorporated. By producing visual contents of Nintendo IP by itself, Nintendo is creating new opportunities to have people from around the world to access the world of entertainment, which Nintendo has built through different means apart from its dedicated game consoles. By getting deeply involved in the movie production with the aim to put smiles on everyone's faces through entertainment, Nintendo will continue its efforts to produce unique entertainment and deliver it to as many people as possible. That's the official announcement. So, Vicky,
yeah,
let's start with this.
Now,
what do you think about the announcement? Are you hyped for this?
See, now I have been playing, so I'm an old head. Hi Siri, I'll see you in the chat. Appreciate you for being here. So I'm an old head. I have been playing Zelda since the first one. Okay. I did not come in late. I did not come in Super Nintendo. I did not come in GameCube. I did not come in then. I came in with NES. Okay, I came in with Zelda 1 when things made no sense.
Whatsoever. Whatsoever.
Nintendo games were intuitive. You had to just know where to go, what to do, and how to play. Okay? So, with that in mind, I even watched the Zelda TV show. Matter of fact, I have the box set. Okay?
Me too.
So, I am here for a live action. I'm always ready for a live action. If it's trash, that's fine. If it's trash in a good way, because I'm here for it. You know, we all know the original Super Mario Brothers movie was absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it became a cult classic, and we all loved it.
We did.
So we loved it. Okay. It was absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
So now, finally, within the last few years, they've actually been getting better at making video games into movies. It's better quality that is occurring, that's coming out. Therefore, okay, I I actually am looking forward to a live action Zelda. I believe they could easily do it right, and it should be live action. It doesn't need to be animated, because if you do, like, Breath of the Wild Zelda, because Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, same world, same thing.
Yeah, same
so
thing.
You do that Link, that Zelda, obviously Ganondorf, not Ganon, the fat little demon thing. So Ganondorf, which, I mean, let's be honest, Ganondorf is, he's sexy. and then ignoring Ganondorf, the Gerudo are some badass, beautiful, thick, brown women. I'm here for them.
And you can see my name. Can't wait to see the Gerudo tribe.
That's what I'm here for. I don't think. Okay, I was going to keep going, but go ahead. I was going to keep going into. Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah, you're going to keep going. Here we go.
All right. Listen, get the clipping ready, because you will have a lot of clips from this. I don't think, I'll be honest with you, I don't think Link or Zelda should be anything to what they are. They look like they are Caucasian, and that's fine. They can stay that. They don't have to change. They don't have to change that. No. Listen, I'm all about inclusive and blah 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 blah, but please don't change that. Let Zelda can stay white, and so can Link. Okay. Yeah. So it's kind of like, how like The Lion King, we have claimed it as a black movie. So I feel like, and so we already got the Gerudo, but that would be like Middle Eastern brown. Okay. So that's what I would want the Gerudo to be. Like that's who they should be. All right. Because that's what they're kind of modeled after. Right. It's very much Bollywood over there, and I love Bollywood, so I'm here for it. Matter of fact, if you want to put a Bollywood dance number over there, I'm not going to say no. But without being offensive and appropriation, all that stuff. Yeah, go ahead, clip that one.
Yeah.
But and like the what are the water people? What
the Zora.
The Zora is cool. They are smooth with it. Love them. No, not our people. Ignoring all stereotypes and racism, not our people. So I think the next group would be what's the mountain people?
The Gorons.
The Gorons, I think, will be our people. I see they like to dance. They are cool. They be chilling in the mountain. They like the warm weather. They're hot. You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
I think the Gorons can be our people. I think that's, because like if you almost like the king of the Gorons could be almost, obviously we can't have, but a James Earl Jones like from Coming to America type. Okay. Can't you see the king of the Gorons being that?
I mean, voice-wise, yeah.
Voice-wise, because obviously it can't be. They have to be in, whatever. They can't be humanoid. They're going to be.
They're gonna have to CG that. They're gonna have to CG
the CG that. Have to do that. Well, the Gorons and the Zoras, but the
Goron, Zora, and Rito, if they're in there, will have to be CG.
Yeah,
they will have to be.
So,
and that to me is like non-negotiable, because I didn't seen prosthetic suits. I don't think that's gonna work.
No, it has to be.
No.
And I'm here for everything. I am going to be open to the casting. I sent you some names. We can discuss that a little bit later. But I was going to say this now. 6:14 p.m. on July 10th, 2023. Please, for the love of God, do not make The Rock Ganondorf. Okay, just had to say that real quick.
Where did that come from? All right.
That's some foolishness that they would do. Boy, I see you. I appreciate you for coming up. Listen, don't you see that foolishness is something they would do?
Well, if I see the eyebrow, then yeah, I know what's up.
Yeah.
But
you know, Rito's, that's cool. Not our people, but Rito would work. Yeah. I'm gonna go with All Around Still for our people.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, here's the thing. Me, I'm cautiously optimistic.
Hold on.
What? Oh, I see what you're saying.
Ganondorf. Ooh, child.
Void, why you do that? Because now she ain't gonna leave the theater.
He still needs to be red though, so he might need to be an unknown brown person from Bollywood, you know. But he has to be big and like thick. It has to be somebody big and thick.
You really going in on that thick, ain't you?
Thick. C. Wow. C. Yes.
Okay. The thing is, I'm cautiously optimistic. I think okay, I'll put it like this: if they're going to use, if they're going to do a movie, I think the best template to go by is the Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom setup style, because of the simple fact that you don't have like the dungeons type situation. It's more built to be like you can actually do, you know, a more of a flowing story like that. If they were talking about doing like an adaptation of like Twilight Princess or Ocarina, that's not going to work in a movie. That'll work in a live action. That will work in like a series, but not in a movie because I'm just thinking outside the box here. It would have to be, that movie would have to be between 2 and 2.5 hours at the longest.
But like, totally pivoting because my mind's gonna be all over the place. I'm sorry. I'm apologize now. My mind's gonna be all over the place. The great Deku Tree should be Morgan Freeman.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that. Especially okay, I can see that. But yeah,
Spencer. It could be a female tree. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Okay, lost my train of thought. But yeah, I don't. Me personally, I'm currently like torn between live action and animated. The reason why I would prefer it to be animated is because I think it works better as far as being able to pull off some of the crazy stuff that Link does. Because Link and Ganon tend to do crazy stuff, so it will probably work out.
Let's dive into that. What is the crazy stuff?
Just from like the way that, like, for instance, like the way Link fights and the way Ganondorf fights, especially now how they have it set up in Tears of the Kingdom, like to me, because I watch a lot of live action and animated stuff, I think you can get away with choreographing it in a better way animated than live action, because live action you still have to work within the confines of like human ability, basically.
But
essentially, so
I'm okay with that. I think because what do they really do? You know what I'm saying? Like, he does a little spin move with the sword. You can add some CGI, make that spicy. Yeah. He backflips. He might, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, and all like any.
So I guess you want Tom Cruise to play Link.
I would never. Tom Cruise is Tom Cruise is crazy. I ain't supporting that man. That man done lost his mind.
Nightwolf, yes, they did confirm it. Yeah, it's in production. That's what the statement was for. They announced it. So they are working on it. Uh, it's going to be Nintendo with Sony Pictures. So, like I said, I'm cautiously optimistic just because I am a huge Zelda fan. I'm going to watch it regardless.
Yep, I'm here regardless.
Yeah, I'm there regardless. But I'm keeping my emotions in check because I want it to be good, and I think it is going to come down to casting and it's going to come down to writing because look, I don't trust no Hollywood writer. I'm sorry, I just don't. I've seen people that say they love a series and then they try to change everything about it. The Witcher series. That's all. That should say enough. But like, that's why I'm scared when it comes to like, especially America, Hollywood stuff. That's why I get worried.
But it's Nintendo. Nintendo's gonna be like, what you're not doing is that. Link is not that. Yeah. Zelda is not that. Yeah. No, we're not doing that. So I think that's the one thing about having Nintendo involvement is Nintendo will bring down the hammer on anybody who's going to just up and change their whole, IP. Like they're like, heck no. Yeah. Nope.
And the other thing that I hate, and I know y'all can probably agree with this, I hate it when an actor says they love this particular property and they've loved it their whole life. Because half the time when they say that, I don't believe them because of how it goes.
I need them to like the property.
I just need you to do your job.
No, do your job, and I don't care. Like I don't care if you've never touched a Nintendo game in your life. I don't care. But if you are the right actor and you have the qualities that we need for the character, fine. Don't give me lip service. That's giving me lip service. I don't care. I want you to sit in that chair when you do your press tour and say, yeah, I learned about Zelda when they told me I got the part.
Yeah, like, basically.
I will respect that.
Yeah. That's, I just hate when they do that because every time they do that, first of all, it's cringy as hell when they say that. And secondly, it's like, dude, like you don't have to say that. Just do your job. You're good enough on you don't have to say that. Because I don't believe y'all like have this geek stuff that y'all saying y'all like it's a paycheck. So let's not do that.
Well, exactly. Like if I go on to your socials and at no point anywhere at any point in time do you ever talk about like any thing, then no. Now if I see you out here playing an actual video game with your children or playing with your siblings, then I'd be like, oh, okay, fine.
Like,
but that's not you. Like, not everybody has to be into whatever.
Yeah, like the perfect example is like Lady Gaga when she discovered Bayonetta 2 and she was actually playing it, and she was posting stuff on Miiverse, asking questions and stuff like that. I'm like, that ain't Lady Gaga, and couldn't find out it was Lady Gaga because she was actually in love with the kid. She was playing it, and I'm like, that's dope. But you never heard her say nothing. She was just playing it. I'm like, that. I love that. I love that. Yep. So yeah, that stuff just cringes me out. Now, let me ask you this: is there anything you're worried about?
I'll probably just be worried about them not. See, I still like it's Nintendo, so they're going to be true to it. I guess I'm worried about them not picking the right actors. That with this movie, it doesn't need to be big name people. It just needs to be the right name, the right people. Yeah. And I think that's what I'm more like. Don't just put somebody in there because you're like, oh, if we have this actor, they'll sell tickets. No, put who would make the most sense, who will fit the character aesthetic, and we believe has what it takes.
Yeah. The other thing that I'm worried about is, like I said, I don't want if they're gonna put the Rito in, if they're gonna put the Zora and the Goron in, CG that. Do not under any circumstance try to do that prosthetic and no, because look, I know everybody love that One Piece live action. Y'all not gonna sit here and tell me the Fishman look good. Them dudes they broke out in hives, like they swole, like Like no, like just
it needs to be a combination of CGI and
now some stuff, some stuff you can probably get away with, with doing some like animatronic or something, but like the actual races, do not do that. Just don't do that. Just please just CG that. Please just CG that. So
yeah.
that's another thing that I'm worried about. The other thing too is I don't want people to think that that the Legend of Zelda is like Mario Brothers. It's not.
No.
It is not Mario Brothers. And I already saw some people on Twitter earlier this week thinking that they already proclaiming. I'm like, no, dude, it's no.
First of all, it doesn't even have the same fan base that Mario
really
has.
Don't. Yeah, it really don't.
Like, it's a different crowd that you need to meet different standards for.
Yeah.
Like, well, please have faith. Have faith that the movie will be good. Have faith. Believe. I need you to believe.
I will be completely honest with you guys. If Nintendo wasn't involved in it, then yeah, I'd be hella worried. But they're involved, and seeing how what happened with the Super Mario Bros. Movie, I have more faith than I probably would have say 5 years ago. I would say that.
Yeah.
The other thing too, I think if they go, what they probably should do is don't even worry about adapting any of those games. Just make a brand new story. Just make a brand new story. Because, like I said, I think like if you start talking about doing adaptations, that is going to be a problem. Especially stuff like Ocarina and Wind Waker and Twilight Princess and
because they could easily do something in the Breath of the Wild world, but it has to be Breath of the Wild. Like it could be.
Have to. Yeah.
I mean, at the same time, listen, that relationship between Link and Zelda is very toxic, and
how is it toxic?
Because you know what I'm saying, he messes with her and he ends up naked in a pool of water, forgetting his whole memory. So like I kind of want him to wake up naked in a pool of water, forgetting who he is, and then like it comes back to him. I mean, that's just me, because that's what keeps happening. So you might as well keep the storyline.
Wow.
Like,
okay.
Him and Zelda were off doing something. Now he has to go find her because he can't remember. So now he's like trying to backtrack and like hangover type situation, trying to figure out where he was and to get back to Zelda. But I need him to wake up naked in a pool of water. Oh, I mean, in his little shorts that he be wearing.
All right. All right. That's good. That's probably gonna get clipped. So the other thing too is I know Hollywood is all on this empowering trip, but I'm gonna need somebody that really understands story comprehension, because as me and Vicky have seen over the course of social media, a lot of people that been commenting on like Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild do not understand story comprehension at all when it comes to like elements of that story, and them claiming that it's not a story. I'm like, dude, it is. It's like literally like, okay, but Zelda is powerful as hell, so you don't have to like bring her like to try to do that and lower Link to do that. You don't need to do that because they need each other. That's the way they need each other. And Hollywood has this thing where they love to make, especially nowadays, men look stupid and idiotic, and making women like we don't need you. Clearly, he's stupid. I don't need you at all. And I'm like, that's not Link and Zelda's relationship. It really ain't. Like if you want to, if a good comparison would be a Secret Service agent that has to protect a president's child. That's that guy's job, to protect that child, which means he's gonna be on her hip like pretty much, basically most of her life. She ain't gonna be able to leave the country without him or one of those Secret Service agents with her or him. So that's how that relationship needs to go. And I just don't want somebody thinking that, oh, well, she's a strong, independent woman and she don't need no man. So no, he's a stupid idiot. So all he wants to do is fight. He's just dumb. Like, don't do that. Please don't
So
do that.
let's talk about the most important part of a Zelda movie. Let's talk about it. We haven't talked about it. We gotta talk about it.
Tingle?
No. No. And I want to see all those quirky characters. I do. No. Are we letting Link talk?
Yes.
Or she's gonna be
Nah, he gonna talk.
No,
he can talk.
No, I don't know if I want him to talk. I want him
He can talk.
No, I want him to go.
Yes, he can talk. He's not a mute.
No,
he's not a mute.
I don't want him to talk. I want him to make his little
noises
and his noises.
And everybody knows what he's saying.
Yes.
That's gonna be awkward. I don't know what.
And he nods his head. Like, yes. No, I know he's gonna talk, but it's like at the same time, I would, even if they sound like the first like couple minutes of him just making those noises and then he talks, okay. Like, I think just to pay tribute to him not talking, Zelda having full dialogue for like 45 minutes and him, that's I need that moment. They need to put that moment in there.
You know they can't do that because this is gonna be a movie going audience going to see this. You know that, right?
Just give me I just need that interaction of him not talking and just making noises as Zelda directs everything. The Dark Boy, what do you mean no? No to him. I need just that moment in time.
I do think they're gonna have like plenty of homages in there because hell, y'all saw the Super Mario Brothers movie. That thing had so many Easter eggs in it. I had to watch it 5 times just to get most of them. So yeah, there will be. I think there will be homages to everything in there. I would not be surprised if there's an "Excuse me, Princess" moment in there from the original, and I would not be surprised if that's in there. But because the character does speak, and they've said he speaks, and he does. You see him interacting with people, and you can see him like doing hand gestures like he's talking to them. I think they're gonna go ahead and just say he can just go in and do it just because they need to do it. They need to do it because if you don't do it, that's just gonna cause a whole bunch of problems.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. And Nightwolf, I understand. Like I said, I'm cautiously optimistic. But it would have to. I'm still gonna see it just because I am that big of a Zelda fan, so I will go see it. But I understand. I can understand people's apprehension. I'll say that. Last thing that I do want to discuss though is and we kind of touched on it a little bit, like how we think they can actually make this work. And one of the things I said was, they probably need to look at how Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is set up, as just because that way they don't have to worry about dungeons. And like one of the main core things of the early games is dungeons, and there's a lot of them. You can't really do that in a movie because like you're trying to nail down a time where you can get the most shows in the theater on a single day. So your movie's gonna have your movie's not gonna be over 3 hours because that means you're only gonna get like 2 or 3 shows, and that's not gonna make money. So I'm thinking that movies.
But they will have to go through a dungeon.
Yeah, you can go through like.
But they should combine. They should combine all the dungeons, like combine elements of the dungeons. Combined, I need some foolishness of the water temple. I need a water temple foolishness moment working in there some way, somehow.
Well, that's the thing, because like I said, I think the sweet spot for this movie will probably be 2 hours and probably 15, 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, it can't be too long.
It can't be, because like I said, you want to maximize your potential to get as much money as you can. and you can't do that if you have a 4-hour movie. You just can't do that. You're gonna have to keep it under. You got to keep it under 3 hours. And for me, just for a first movie, it needs to be at least between 2 hours, 2 hours and a half tops.
Oh yeah, no, they can't. They cannot make no 3 hours.
No
2
3 hours. Yeah. So that idea, like combining the dungeon, that may work, but I think that's why I said I think the using just that template of how they did Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I think that could actually work a little bit better because technically you don't have a dungeon. You don't have dungeons in there. Technically, you don't. Like they're there, kind of, but they're not as like they were in like previous entries of games. So, Dark Void, I think they will go that route because, especially like when you look at something like Twilight Princess, you can tell was heavily influenced by Lord of the Rings. So you can actually do that and get away with it and make it work because let's see what the last Lord of the Rings movie was, The Hobbit, Battle of Five Armies. That was 2014. So yeah, you can do that because enough time has passed and it should work.
Really? Was it that long ago?
2014, yeah. The Hobbit came out in 2012, 2013, 2014.
You use a lot. It's been that long.
Yeah, it's been that long.
Oh my gosh.
Because remember, the original trilogy was 2001, 2002, 2003. So it's been that long. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So you can actually get away with doing that and you can probably make it work. Now, if they do it that way, then they'll probably need to break the story out into like 2 movies if they're going to do it that way.
No, I don't like movies. One movie.
Which I can actually see working and I can actually see not working. So it just depends on what they plan to do. And because Zelda actually works better with like a Lord of the Rings style. Like if you were going to do something like Game of Thrones, that'd be more Fire Emblem. But Zelda, Lord of the Rings style, if we're going to do that. And I don't think Ganondorf should do the whole turn into Ganon demonic pig thing. They probably just need to do what happens at the end of Tears of the Kingdom. I'm not going to spoil that, but they probably just need to keep it like that for that fight. Just have that fight like that. Because turn it into, I know Link loves to fight like giant kaijus, but yeah, they probably need to keep that down to like 1 or 2 kaijus for the movie. Because I don't know why they always put Link up against like a 30-foot tall monster with no Godzilla to help out. I just don't understand that.
What?
Harry Potter, I don't think works like that. I don't think it works like that. Zelda kind of has a little bit more action than Potter does. To be honest, it has a little bit more action.
There's and like the Bobkins and all of them, they would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Hilarious to talk to and like interact with because you can see them like hitting each other as they're trying to fight. Like they could be very funny characters.
Because you can use that as kind of like the grunts from Halo. Like how they be interacting with each other and like saying weird off the wall stuff. That's how I do the goblins. The bokoblins, I do it just like that. And just because like once again, that's why I think there's gonna have to be a lot of CG on there because the monsters he has to fight. Because he's not fighting normal people, he's fighting monsters. Essentially. Yeah. Like most of the stuff he's fighting is monsters. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they do. Like I said, I'm cautiously optimistic, and I'll leave it at that. I'm pretty sure they're gonna update people, especially with that cast because they did it with Mario Brothers movie. So let's see what this cast is when they get it casted. So
who would you want as Zelda? Who would you want as Link?
For those two, I think you should go unknown.
Unknown?
Yeah, go unknown.
I respect that.
I just think you should go unknown, and they should be young. They should not be
young.
They should not be 35 trying to act like they 20. Just get you either 2 20-year-olds or just don't do that. Ganondorf, I do think you could probably get away with a more established actor. And to be honest, I do kind of like the idea of Idris Elba. I do like that idea. I do.
Yeah.
But you need a more established. That's be the character I would probably have an established actor for. Or if they bring in Rauru, whichever version they depend to bring it, they decide to bring in, whether it be Old Sage or Pantene Pro V. I got the hair all the way down my back.
Woo!
Yeah,
that was a quality bundle he had going on. That was a blueless wig from the gods. It was beautiful. It was, it just flows.
Yeah, so either if you're gonna do Reiru from like Ocarina of Time, make him a sage, or you do Zonai, King Reiru. That could be another established actor, but I don't think you need too many of those. I think it should probably be better if you go like with a group of unknowns, just have like a couple established actors like that. Just because one, that way you don't have to spend like $200 million. Yeah, $200 million in it. Yeah. So and
put money into the movie.
Yeah, and on top of that, especially if you go with a couple young unknowns as Link and Zelda, you could probably put a franchise together around that.
Mm-hmm.
So you kill two birds with one stone, basically. Because as we all know, when you play the games, Link and Zelda, when they get reincarnated, they're always Link and Zelda. So it's not like you can do a completely different story in a completely different time period and it still work. So, yeah. Other than that, yeah, like I said, I understand people's apprehension. I understand people being hyped, but I'm trying to keep my my hypeness in check, just because I'm a little worried about the live action aspect of it, and because we don't know who's doing the CG either. Because that's important. That is also important. You need to know what studios doing the CG. I would personally try to go with Weta, the guys who did Lord of the Rings. I personally try to go with them, but that's just me.
God. Dark Void, yes. Sir Patrick Stewart. Y'all know how much I love him.
Okay.
I love me some Picard. Y'all know how much I love Sir Patrick Stewart. I'm hoping to catch him at a con somewhere. Listen, I gotta go to Connecticut if I need to go where he don't come over yonder.
Yeah, because he does do a lot of cons over here. Him and Ian McKellen. They do a lot of cons over here.
I gotta find one because he ain't never been to New York Comic Con. He don't come to Philly. I gotta find.
Wait a minute. He ain't never come. No, it was Chicago. He was in Chicago.
Yeah, it's like he don't come this way. So I might have to go that way to catch him. Because I'll be like, I have to meet Picard. I gotta meet
at least once.
Yeah, before he says he's not traveling no more.
Yeah. Because I forgot he's like, what, 80 now? I think he's 80 now. So
yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna do it for this cast. I just want to get Vicky's thoughts on it, because when the news broke, I was like, oh crap. And then I saw people just get like ultra hype, and I'm like, please put y'all expectations in check, because some of y'all get hype, and the next thing you know, that story don't turn out the way you want it, and you're mad. Movie be fine, but you're mad because they didn't do what you wanted it to do. So I'm like, my expectations are in check. I still think it does deserve an anime because all that manga, because Legend of Zelda has a lot of manga, and it's actually very well done, especially like Ocarina of Time. They just finished Twilight Princess. The Twilight Princess manga is very well done. I would love to see that get an anime. So that's what I think. If they're gonna do the adaptations, the game adaptations, do that in anime.
Yes. Yeah. They could do, let's do this full live action, blah blah blah, and then do other adaptations of the video game in anime style, and I will be here for it. But I want like a live. I want them to go for it. I don't want them to, wimp out by just doing animated. I want them to fully go for it. Give all you got to a live action, with obviously CGI, and then do animated stuff.
Yeah. But if this one does well, that we're probably going to get a live action Metroid. If this one does well, we'll probably get a live action Metroid.
No, and again, I would want that. I know, like there's
that's going to be a lot of money. Now that one is going to cost a lot. There's no other way to do that. That's going to cost a lot.
It's like Guardians of the Galaxy. Like you are going more and more of the bag, and the more you get away from Mario games, like it's very specific cult following.
Yeah.
So like Metroid, I love Metroid. I'm a Metroid fan. But like it's very, I feel like it's a little bit smaller than the Zelda people.
It is. Like it's not gonna. That's why the other thing I now hope people understand is like, dude, Zelda is not Mario. Yes, y'all love Tears of the Kingdom. Yes, y'all love Breath of the Wild. Look at those game sales before those two games. They are not that high. So
it was me and Jay buying them. Okay.
Yeah. So those sales were not that high. Like I think people need to understand that. So it's not. Nobody knows Link like that. Like they know Mario. Like Mario and Mickey are kind of on the same level as far as brand recognition is concerned.
Maybe.
Yeah, but like as far as like Zelda is not on the same level of brand recognition like that, and I think that also people need to understand that too, because because this is probably going to wind up being PG-13 if they do it right, because it's going to have all that action in it.
Yeah, it's going to have. The what do they call it? Not cartoon. What is it called?
What is it? What? Dang it! It's
something. Violent.
Something violence.
Violence, but it's like something violent.
It's like because they got a whole genre for it now, because it's like a medieval action, fantasy violence, something like that.
Yeah.
So I can see this doing well. I can also see this going left. So. I'm just hoping. I'm hoping it does well.
I am cautiously hoping for the best.
Yeah, me too.
And I mean, either way, me and Jay are going to be there day one.
Yeah. I'll probably take off. I will actually probably do opening night for that one.
Yeah, if I'm not traveling, I'll be there day one, and I will dress up like Link.
I ain't doing all that, but.
Yes, I think you should cosplay as a character.
I will rep a t-shirt though, because gotta rep the Ganondorf.
I don't have enough t-shirts. I'll dig in my bag to find a t-shirt. Yeah. But like I feel like there's so many. I miss the OG midnight showings of movies because everybody would dress up. And you don't get that now that you can go at 10 o'clock on that Thursday.
Sometimes they start at 7 on the Thursday. You're like, wait, what? So
like you don't get that feel of people like, yo, did you get your midnight ticket? Bet. And like everybody's there dressed up, showing up and showing out. And you don't get that anymore. So I'm kind of sad because I liked that. Like the last Harry Potter movie, all I had was a scarf and a wand. I guess that's a lot. But like there was people that were full on Professor McGonagall and Luna Lovegood.
Had one eye all jacked up,
dressed. They were ready. So like I would love to have like that type of feel with like these type of movies again. But I don't know if we'll ever go back to that.
Yeah, so we shall see though. But thank you guys for showing up. Chat, we really appreciate you. Don't forget to stop by Fresh Take Sunday morning. We're gonna be doing the season finale of season 2 of Loki. So
we gotta talk about it because I watched it and I wanted to do it on Thursday and it keeps coming out on Friday, but whatever. Yeah. We're gonna talk about it. I should probably watch it again so I can take some notes.
I'm taking notes. I gotta watch it again too. I gotta take some notes. So yeah.
Because you know what? Then you know what? That's how we work. Jay takes the notes. I talk off the cuff. You know what? I'm gonna watch it again. I'm not gonna take notes. I'm just gonna go whatever what Jay says, and then I'll just go with my feels.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I do need to take notes, so I'm probably gonna watch it again probably tomorrow morning. So yeah, but we will be taking a look at the season finale of Loki season 2 Sunday at 10 a.m. We do have the Winging It podcast Sunday night at 7. Gonna try to have a couple special guests stop through, so please join us for that Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Vicky, you do anything this weekend?
Yes, this weekend, Saturday at 4 p.m. ish on Twitch Fangirl Review. I am having my 3-year Twitch affiliate anniversary. It's gonna be a good time. I have the spicy bean boozles. So I think it's like for every 5 gifted subs, I have to eat one. And we have, you have jalapeno, sriracha, cayenne, habanero, and then the Carolina Reaper. I just spin my little wheel, and wherever it lands, I have to go find that one and eat it. So come and torture me. I mean, cheer me on.
So you're trying to destroy your stomach lining. Okay.
It'll be some fun stuff. 4 p.m. EST. 4 p.m. ish EST. I'll be playing Road Company. I'll be playing some Dead by Daylight with my mom. And we'll be having a good time. So please come on by.
All right. So y'all heard it here. So make sure you stop by. I am going to see the Marvels tomorrow. So check the blog. Yeah, the blog is coming back now that I'm done with the stuff I need to do for work. So there's a lot of stuff I need to. Y'all gonna probably get a lot of blog posts in the next couple of weeks because I'm behind on a lot of stuff. So just expect a lot of stuff if you're following the blog. And I'm redoing the website as well. So a lot of stuff's gonna get done now that I'm having a little bit more time on my hands. So see you guys tomorrow for Vicky's Twitch anniversary and on Sunday. All right. Y'all have a nice evening and we'll catch y'all then. Later.
Bye.